So in the previous segment of the course, we talked about outbound prospecting, where you're going out to look for businesses to sell to. So in this segment, we're going to talk about what does inbound prospecting look like. So for those that don't know, inbound prospecting does this one thing. You put together different resources. This could be videos, articles, webinars, and those things attract people to come to you, which people you could then call in order to close more sales. Why is this important for businesses? Sometimes outbound is hard because outbound, it's you that's reaching out for the first time. So because of how cold it is, the sale tends to take much longer. Whereas on the contrary, if you have some inbound resources and these people come to you, it means these people interact with your brand before you even get to call them. So by the time you call them, they are a bit more familiar with who you are, possibly what you do, and a ton more details. So under inbound, these are the best possible platforms that have worked in our case scenario. After testing out over 40 of them, these tend to convert much better. Number one, webinars. Webinars are literally, you go out, you host a webinar, invite 100, 200 people, have a conversation with them, show them your expertise in regards to that kind of industry. But what you need to do is, before anyone enrolls for that webinar, force them to fill in a form, which form has the name, the email, the company they work for, all the details concerning their company. So if you can push and share all these webinars wide enough, it means even before the webinar starts or after the webinar, you have a list of probably over 50, 100 people, which people you can then go out and call afterwards. That's platform number one. Talking inbound, the second mode of inbound is what they call resources. Resources are when you put together things like white papers, PDFs, those things. Get those things, put them in a format that is readable, something unique. Make it, as an example, if I were talking about how the CRM, maybe how AI is going to evolve over the next couple of years, make it a white paper, something readable, something unique that people are not going to find elsewhere. After making that unique thing, next step is share it. But before people come and access it, make sure you put a form, which form they have to fill in. They give their name, their phone number, whatever details that you see relevant to your business. And after they fill in those details, you can automatically send them whatever details of how to access the webinar straight to their email, straight to their SMS. And the beauty is you can use the Monkeypesa CRM to do that, to make that possible. So yes, number one is the webinars. Number two for inbound is the resources. And number three, which is equally as effective, go out onto social media networks and get direct. Talk to people about what your value proposition is. Literally reach out on LinkedIn, post, and say, you know what, this is what we do. Here is why it's important. And if you feel like this is a problem that you two relate with, reach out to us. People are going to come into your DM. People are going to drop you messages on whatever platform, whether it's TikTok, whether it's Twitter. They are going to send out and try to reach out because they relate with the problem you're doing. So when it comes to inbound, those are the best three techniques when it comes to B2B. Now, as for B2C, it's all right, but those are the three best methods when it comes to organic. And on the paid side, you could as well go out and run ads. The best ads platform is number one, LinkedIn. LinkedIn beats everything else because I could decide to market to the manager of Coca-Cola and the ads will reach directly that person. Or I could reach out to Tesla and so on and so on. LinkedIn, because LinkedIn understands who that person is, they are able to show and serve our ads exclusively to that person. The detriment with LinkedIn, however, is because of that specificity, it's a bit expensive. Something applies to Google, something applies to Facebook. So when you're in the world of B2B, make sure you only deploy ads if the budget is readily available, because to advertise, to acquire B2B leads is extremely expensive. But organically, those are the three best options. There are a couple of others, but for what has worked for a large set of over 400 businesses are those top three. See you in the next episode.